Welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man. Another action-packed start, equally as exciting as the start of last episode's. I'm here cutting sapphires. I finally cashed out on the stardust I had been accumulating over the last couple of weeks from the video and the video before that too. And you see, I've actually gotten more stardust because this is big episode 100, if you didn't see it in the title. I can't believe I made 100 of these things. And at the end of last episode, I said that I had wanted to do Desert Treasure 2 and get the quest cape back, which I still think I will do. But I was like, we need to make it extra special. And 93 crafting right here is the start of making it extra special because I'm now 3 levels away from 2200 total, which I guess, it's a nice round number. Milestones are largely arbitrary. You don't really mean much. But hey, I do know there are 2,200 total worlds. So like, if there has been like one time, legit only once, but there has been a time when I've like scouted a world on the site for stars and then went to go there and it's 2,200 total. I'm like, oh, I wish I had known that. I feel like an idiot. But other than that, it's just cool, getting closer and closer to maxing. So I decided, I was like, oh, okay, what are my closest skills to leveling up? Crafting was one, since I, had all the dust from the gems. We're also right on the heels of a mining level that I'll get in the next couple minutes here. And then other than that, I've been working on agility. I'm just whittling down there. I think that'll be an easy one. That'll also be a 99, so it's kind of, like double special right there. And then I don't know what else I will do for the very last level. Magic is what I could be doing. It's less than 100k away, but maybe I'll do like fletching or prayer or something like that, or maybe like construction, whatever takes the hold of me. Or honestly, the way star mining goes, it could legit be 98 mining after I get 97, just because it's so nice to AFK, and I've gotten quite distracted lately by just other games and stuff going on, so I haven't been able to go full focus on RuneScape, but we have been doing a lot. If you missed the last episode, we were at General Grador, and we've only got like 300-ish KC. Let me check the collection log here. 273 KC, but you can see we've got pretty good collection log, I think. I've heard some people in the comments were saying they've gone really dry at Grador, like only getting like the boots or something like that. But then other people like I got a pet at like 13 KC. It's luck's all over the place, and I think I'm happy with my luck overall. The first drop we got was the Godsword shard, then we got a hilt, then another shard, and then the tassets, and then another hilt. So it's been a little weird, a little wacky, but again, can't complain. The 6-0 method I do with the Bofa is really, really chill, and I am happy to do that as much as I want, but I don't know if we'll get any today. I've got a lot of other stuff I want to do. I honestly I have no idea how long Desert Treasure 2 is going to take us. I fought the Leviathan during the leagues. That's the only boss I've fought, and I feel like some people consider that one to be the hardest, and maybe the Whisperer to be harder than that. But I'm not super worried about that. I imagine it'll be doing it. I have heard you need to do a lot of like death piling as a UIM, so we'll see how bad that is. But for now, let's get some cool, skills leveled up before we even worry about that. Just some edge of your seat, blink and you'll miss it. Oh, 97 mining right there. From stars. These things are just too good. And before you yell at me for using the crystal pick at stars, I still have like 200 crystal shards in his spoil right now from when I was grinding for the crystal helm. So don't yell at me. My armor's already fully charged. Okay, so I can explain, right? I imagine, for you guys, this has just been 2 seconds after I was like, okay, here's my plan, got a good feeling, episode 100, really want to make this one special, maybe doing some questing, 2200 total, and unfortunately, you can see I haven't done much other than star mining. In fact, if you're looking at my inventory, I'm going to take maybe 2 L's in a row for some of you UIMs. I knew the prims would be, or not the prims, are they called the prims? I don't know, my brain is melting here, the Pegasians, the other ones. I knew the Pegasians would be a hot topic, and honestly, everyone was chill about it, even the people who disagreed with taking those. But then, if you're looking at my inventory, my bag is full already, and then I still even have a couple things in Hesperia right now. Like, it's just a mess. I can explain everything, guys. It'll make perfect sense. Everyone will obviously understand. I was mainly just doing star mining, doing it at my AFK time. I do try and, whenever I don't have time to fully be focused, I want to still get gains, get AFK. So I was doing that, and I decided I didn't want to get too distracted, but I finally got around to watching Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, and I was like, okay, that was great. Had a lot of fun. Honestly, binged the whole thing in like 2.5 days. So I had mining going on pretty much the whole time in the background. Got some decent gains. At this point, that's only been a couple days after my last clip. I thought it'd be fine. I thought it'd be good, and then it lined up like right around with the release of a game called Balatro. It's this poker game. It's like poker roguelite, a poker-based roguelite game. It's like it's one of those time deleter games. I don't know how much you guys are into like gaming outside of RuneScape. I know some people, this is kind of like their daily driver, and it is for me a lot of times too. But this game, man, like I played it for like 11 hours straight almost on the first day it came out because I had the night off work, and I was just like, that's all I was doing. I almost didn't. It's a good game for AFKing mining still in the background, but I still almost didn't log into RuneScape for like 2 days just because I was so addicted to that, and that's been persisting for a good couple days now. And I knew I had to do something productive, so I did some mining. I also, if you're wondering about these ancient shards, I went and I need to free up some bag space. I'm probably not gonna do this episode because I want to do interesting things. I don't have time, but like I'm gonna have to do like one of those like homework, we've been procrastinating too long, putting off using some of these supplies, just grind and do them. I was just kind of a little burnt out of skilling beforehand. Not burnt, but just like bored of skilling. You can't make it good content of that, but it needs to happen to get the bag free, because we're just getting more and more. Like, we've already got a dupe Bando's Hilt, we've got 2 Godsword shards in there. We just need the space, and so it's got to happen. So I needed limp roots for my Quarms, and I went and got a bunch of them. I killed the deviant specters that are in the DJR fairy ring, the Chasm of Fire. Like, you can go into the Catacombs of Kourend, and they're right there. Very easy to AFK. I was in range with a salve amulet, and you have to have a face mask on, so you couldn't do full crystal, but it was still better than meleeing would be. And I just sat there and AFK'd there for probably a good like 5 or 6 hours. Let's see if the kills are still in there. You can see 475 deviant specters. Got a couple seeds that are useful, mostly just the limp root seeds. And then I also managed to get enough pieces for the Dark Totem, so we'll get to fight Skatizo at some point. And then between that and all the mining I've done, you can see we're up to like 30k Stardust again, which is a lot. It'll take me a long time to get through that if I want to make those into gems. I've also got a bunch of clues, just kind of been doing them here or there. The 5 hard clues is the most interesting. But anyway, at this point, it's been 2 weeks right now when I'm recording this clip since I've uploaded my last video, and I wanted to try and shoot for 1 to 2 weeks between videos if I can. That's obviously not going to happen, but I'm really going to try and put the pedal on the metal here and get to questing, and I also want to just pour through and get to 2200 total real fast. So that'll probably be the next thing. I think we're going to pay a visit to the rat guy, because I still have the magic staff for Scurius in the bank, or in Hespori in the bank, and I only need 90. That's like less than an hour of doing Scurius boss. So that's what I'll do once I finish up this star, and then we are full force forward for the rest of this episode. It's gonna be interesting, I swear. All right, went through all the clues. We actually got a couple things. We got the Gothic Scimitar from Beginners. We only have 2 more left before we greenlog that. And then we got, just now from Hards, we got the Guthic's Coif, which was new. Then we had an Ancient Coif, which I think is a repeat. Going inside to store my stuff. We also got the Rune Plate Body Trim. I think the Blue D'hide chaps are a dupe. And then we had some other, we had a couple other things here in the mix that we'll see. Here are the rest of the Iron Kite Shield trim, Amulet of Power trim. So just a couple things crossing off the dots there. But of course, I wouldn't leave 1 casket for us for the 3rd age. Okay, we didn't get, of course, the worst casket. I think it's, I don't know. Everyone loves the loot. I loved opening them for you guys. Everyone likes to see him, want to be here for the, the big roll, but like, I feel like, I guess on average are better whenever I don't record them. Oh, looky, another beginner slot clue log done, and I swear it's definitely only 1 or 2 hours after the last clip. It hasn't been another like 5 days of not playing RuneScape and just star mining. That definitely hasn't happened. Oh my god, back-to-back clue rewards. Got the gold apron from this one. Top tier fashionscape. Well, everyone, the thing that that I said would probably happen, it happened. I'm going to get a mining level before something else, because I'm just gonna put a picture up on the screen right now. Like, that's why I just got 98 mining right now, because that's all I've been doing. It's been 3 weeks since my last video now, and this is all I've been doing. It's just playing Balatro. I can't. It just deletes your time. Oh, I need, but it doesn't matter. I'm off work tonight. I'm about to go play PUBG with my friend. But after that, I'm gonna do. Well, I'm gonna finish a magic level, but then I'm gonna go do Desert Treasure 2. It's gonna happen. Just finishing up the last little bit of this level here at Scurry, so we're gonna get it right here in the middle of the action. So we're not gonna get to savor it for that long. But that's 96 magic, and that is also 2,200 total level on the account. We can now access the last tier of the total level worlds, which I don't know if we'll ever be there. Maybe for star mining, although we don't have that much more star mining left to do on this account. I don't know, but it's still a cool accomplishment. Only 77 more levels to go till we are maxed. So yeah, cool stuff. And then I did say I was going to start Desert Treasure 2 tonight. It is 5:30 in the morning right now. That's pretty cool. I am still going to do that. I'm about to go do the what is it, like his faithful Thurvin. So you just kind of have to do Barrows again for some reason. I don't know. I've watched a little bit of the Slayer music guide for this quest, because I've never done it before on any account. So I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm wondering, can I trade bone weapons to him, or is it only the spines? Okay, it's only the spines, so I can uncharge? Oh yeah, you get all your things back. Okay, that's pretty cool. Still can't trade that, but can I can I alch these things? Okay, I cannot alchemy, so we're just gonna drop it. Goodbye, Bone Staff, you treated me well, but it's time to move on from Scurious, though we could be back for the pet hunt. Oh my god, look at that live genie on camera. You love to see it. Okay, obviously I could not go and start Desert Treasure 2 without getting 99 agility, because that just wouldn't be efficient. I was watching the quest guide, and there's a lot of running involved in this quest. Just you guys wait. I'm actually not looking forward to it, although I'm sure it won't be as bad as it seems. That's what I'm hoping. But we were very close to 99 agility. I've been kind of working. I don't know if I've ever announced that I've been doing monkey laps, but I started doing it during leagues, realized it wasn't that bad, and then also realized that going for 2K would get me pretty dang close to 99, which it would. Are we gonna get it here? No. How much more do we have? We have 150 more left. We'll get it climbing some of these random things. But yeah, I already had done a couple hundred laps at some point on this account. I don't remember when or what for. I just did. But still, I was only at like 500 tops, I think, before I started a couple months ago. And I know if you start from 0, you get 1.6 million XP if you're going for 2,000 laps. So there's 99 agility, hip hooray, another 99 down. I think that's number 12 I just counted yesterday, and I don't remember what it was. But no, I think I have 12 left. That was number 1199. I think that's how math works. But yeah, there's 99 agility, a little bit helpful. Obviously, that's kind of like a joke that it would be helpful for run. You know, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Honestly, the biggest thing for me was just I didn't want to have to drop the Gree and get another one. I was like, I might as well just use it now and then not have to get another one for a while. So I decided to come back to this. But yeah, we are now officially about to start Desert Treasure 2, and it's only coming up on a month since my last video. Alright, be honest, how many of you guys expected that you would come back here and I still wouldn't have started the quest? You're wrong. I'm actually a decent way into the quest right now, and I have been quite not a decent way. I am like a teeny weeny little bit of the ways into the quest right now, but I have been enjoying it quite a bit. It is. I can't like you again. Very early, you only do the thing where you have to like go to the dig site, talk to some people. You had to like inview an altar, do a little puzzle, but it was a lot of fun. And then they give you access to, like this golem. You have to like search. You find the names of the 4 bosses or like the people related to them in the vault in the desert. Then you have to like search them in the database. And then there's a bunch of other terms you could search. And I just like guessed myself. And then I found out there's a ton online you can go and like names and places you can look up, get little like tidbits of information. It was a lot of fun. It felt like an RPG kind of. So I don't know. I've just been enjoying it. This is the first anything bit exciting other than a puzzle, which I did like the puzzle, although I'm a fan of Sudoku, so didn't take too long to solve myself. But now we are getting into the meat of the quest, I think. So you find the names, and then there's the 4 bosses. Essentially, what we have to do is we have to beat all 4 of the bosses. And then there's, I think, at least 1 or 2 more, maybe even 3 like mini bosses or other bosses for the quest specific along the way. But I think the bulk of time is going to be getting to every single one of the bosses. You have to like, do story stuff to unlock them, then fight them, and then move on. So we are starting with the Leviathan. I don't really know what's considered to be the hardest. I think most people consider the Whisperer to be the hardest boss. I have the Leviathan I got to fight during the league, and it's not a walk in the park, but I think I'll do okay. I'm pretty sure Bofa is best in slot for like 75% of the fight, which you'll see whenever I finally get there eventually. But I think it'll go pretty okay. I don't actually know if the bosses are weaker in the quest than they are in their post-quest variants. They might be, although I do know you actually get like a roll on the loot table when you kill them, so maybe they are probably the same strength. But anyway, that'll be time to come. I don't know which one. I might actually save Vardorvis for last, just because I don't think the fight is going to be that difficult, although it might be a little overwhelming just because I've never like done it before, so that could be a little crazy. But I think the running there and actually unlocking the boss looks like could be really, really tedious and annoying. So we shall see. I'm not super looking forward to that, but I'll check in probably whenever I get to the Leviathan and just see how that fight goes. All right, well, I think I've gotten to the final part of not the quest. We're done with the quest. The quest is over. It was that easy. No, the final part of the Leviathan section, where I just have to fight the Leviathan now, and that'll be done. And I think I'm just gonna try it with this. This is just the stuff I'd had with my inventory in case I needed food. Well, I didn't have to end up using any prayer potion or brews or anything, because you get these things in there, these little like fleshy clumps you can eat, and they give you like 15 health, 15 prayer, and then a stamina. Although I will warn people, I learned the hard way that eating them counts as a stamina potion for your ring of endurance. I only keep my ring just above 500 for the normal stamina effect, and that took me below it. I'm at 492 right now, so I definitely need to be aware of that if you're someone like me who keeps it very, very close, because eating those will count as a stamina. I mean, you get the stamina effect. It's not like it's a complete waste, but I would prefer to have the run regen normal than that. But I never ran out of run, never came close. Just something to keep in mind. But yeah, I guess I'll record myself trying to take on the Leviathan. It's been a month or 2 since leagues, but I feel pretty confident that we'll be able to handle it. Okay, that was so much easier than the post quest variant. It's like it took so much longer for it to like step up to like when the things actually came out faster. And then the thing I was worried about the most was that end phase there, because you really want to do a lot of damage there at the end, because it comes out very, very fast. Normal, not very, very fast, but much faster, at least twice as fast as it was there. I'd say maybe even 3 times as fast. So I was a little worried about doing that without a blowpipe. But as you can see, it was not a problem at all. Unfortunately, you do get an actual roll on the drop table. I didn't do it perfectly. I took damage from a boulder there at some point, which kind of sucks. But unfortunately, we only got anglerfish, so definitely could have been better. All right, so we got this medallion here, and I think we go and use it on the statue in the vault, and that's 1 of 4 down. I gotta say, I really, really enjoyed the quest part of that. There was a lot of like puzzles and going through and doing things. I didn't like use like I mean, I had gone through a general guide, so I knew what to expect, but I had not been like, oh, what's the solution to this, the solution to this. I had a good time figuring it out for myself for most of them. The best were definitely the ones where you had to push, like kick push puzzles. Puzzles was almost like a skull ball, but they had certain health. You had to get them in the right spots. It was fun. And then the worst was probably like the just doing like Simon Says or something like that. So hopefully the rest of the subquest will be as good as that. All right, so I've been in this part for Duke Soleus, and I've been enjoying it. It's kind of like puzzles. You know, it's almost like a point and click kind of like adventure game, kind of. You're trying to find things, and this one was I was making good progress. You come in this room and you've got this lock with cardinal directions. Then all these chests have different like names on them of people. And then if you looked in this crate here, you got this code converter. It looks like it's like Morse code. And then I noticed if you have this lantern you have equipped, it has arrows on the ground. And if you run out here, then there's like different ones on the ground, and you can do that. And I have a notepad right now that I pulled up. I've just got on the side here, and it was kind of confusing because I spelled those out, and then there's 7 letters, and they all match the letters on the chest here. So then I was like, okay, I got those, and I was trying to figure out how they can like convert to direction. My first thought was maybe just whichever arrows are pointing them like between them on the pathway, which didn't work at first. And of course you can also, I think you can put it up to 9, but you don't need to use all 9. I thought I was onto a thing when I finally realized, or I finally guessed that the order of them you want to follow is like it's just like, so we know we need directions. So I was like, okay, maybe it's like I assume you'd start here at this chest, and it's like, okay, I counted them as this being like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. And I was like, okay, based on the order they were in, you need to go to 7 first. So I was like, go to 7, and then you need to go to 2, then you need to go to 1, then you need to go to 4. And I was like, okay, which direction do you have to move? Like, say if you just moved all these chests up here, if you only count going direction one way, which way do you have to move? And I thought that would finally be it, so I counted it all out, and by my calculations, you would be west, north, east, west, south, east, and then north. And I was like, that's got to be it. Doesn't seem to work. And I was kind of frustrated because I had already was gonna give up. That's what I noticed, the lantern, which I liked. It was like, oh, I was gonna give up and come back. Then I saw the writing on the ground. It got me excited. But then I was like, okay, I have no idea if it's not that it. I've lost all. I tried maybe like just the order directions they were outside. It didn't work. So I was like, okay, I'll finally look it up, and apparently it is exactly what I picked out. You just don't count the first chest. You just start. It has you starting at the first chest and then going to start 2. It doesn't have you counting if you start here, which is kind of annoying to me. So what we do now is we just don't start with. We started with west last time. We just skip the first step I figured out, and we just do north, east, west, south, east, north, and that's it. I'm kind of like, okay, I guess I don't want to say like they should have coded it in assuming you start from here. I just don't know why. I don't know. This is something where I think like, you know, you'd have to QA a lot to get it just perfect without, if you want to look at it without doing a guide, which of course, you know, most people are just going to look up a guide and do this in 2 seconds, but I've been enjoying trying it myself. I just feel like maybe they should have had it hard coded where both would work. It just feels very strange that like it felt pretty intuitive that, oh, you find 7 letters, there are going to be 7 steps in this thing, and you start here and then move here. Like I just figured they didn't realize that you can come to the exact same solution starting here and going here rather than just starting here. And I feel like it's not like, I wouldn't think to just take off the first step. I don't know, maybe people who like brute force puzzles more often would think about that, but I didn't. Overall, I'm still really enjoying this. I love the music here. It's very like spooky, scary, and kind of like reserved. But it's a little boring. Just like there was no one else here. I did just see the Jalan, who I think is the one that trapped you here. Although the intro cutscene was a little like, you just kind of, you walk in here and then you just like fade to black and you're in a prison cell. Like I wish there was a little bit of like, you like, you know, have it like the freaking Great Brain Robbery where you get like smacked to the back of the head or something like that. A little more obvious, like, hey, you're knocked out and now all your items are gone. Also, it takes all your items from you. That's why I didn't like plank or anything like that, you know. It removes all your items from your inventory, and they should be safe. I'm hoping you can't die here, but see, like there he is. I don't want to risk that. I'm just gonna try again. Like I said, I'm hoping you can't die here because I would hate to lose all my stuff to some gimmicky quest thing like this. Ah, what are you doing? Okay, I guess I can't go that way. Maybe it's telling me I just shouldn't go that way? I don't know. Okay, it didn't take too much longer after that to get it figured out. There was one other puzzle thing that I just had to look up. It was the cipher one. I just thought that was a little too crazy to try and. There's so much like take the first letters of the sentence here and match them here. There's the spacing here. It just didn't make sense. This one kind of fell apart at the end. But hey, it was much shorter than the stuff for the Leviathan. So even though I didn't like it as much, I am happy with it being shorter. And then I think this boss, I'm gonna guess, is probably the easiest one. I might still be a bit of a noob here and not do super well, but I'll try my best. So basically all we're gonna be doing is kind of like flinching from these tiles here. That's the general idea, and hopefully not taking damage from things like that. So let's see how it goes. Okay, yeah, not bad at all. Again, post-quest boss, I think, has quite a bit more than that. But there we go. That's Duke Soleus down. We're halfway there. All right, guys, complaining time. I think I understand why most guides have you doing this one first. This sucks. Really like the vibe of this area. Love like the zombies. There's some weird like infection thing that's going on here, but it kind of sucks. I guess I'll try and do live whatever, show you what happens. So all of these things can attack you here. They seem to hit through every single protection prayer, so I just have piety on, hoping that helps. But they can apply this infection to you, which isn't that bad. There's lore reasons why you don't, it fills up, and then whenever you do it get to 100, you don't die, you just like faint, and then get teleported back to the last checkpoint. And that is the bad thing, because the checkpoints are kind of crazy, and I don't really get why they exist. I mean, I understand that the point is, like, you know, you have to run around a lot of areas here, so then, you know, the idea is you don't have to start at the very beginning if you get hit. But it's worked against me because I have to get back to the starting area now, and as you can see, you can get piled very, very quickly there. I might make it. Well, if I don't get frozen, I'm gonna make it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Run! 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 Please, God! Please, for the love of God! See that? I need to get right there. That's all I have to do. And it teleports me all the way back here. And the most annoying part for me is that I already left, because this is like the last place I had to do. I'll go to the map and show you where I went around and stuff like that to get there in the first place. But you have to go to the Stranglewood is the area I was just showing you, and you have to go there, and then you right where I was just trying to get is by the entrance. So let me pull up the map. Here we go. So yeah, you normally take a rowboat that I'm about to grab here, and then you ran up here. This is the start of the area, and then you had to run all the way over here to get the first thing, and then that set up another checkpoint, so then anytime I died, I'd have to go back there. Then you have to run all the way down here. Keep in mind, you're getting attacked by these things at all times, and getting frozen by them too. So that was already bad to get all the way down here. And then I have to get back here, which of course, if I just take this rowboat that takes me there the first time, I could just run up here. There's like 2 or 3 only from here to there, so you can just kill them and get through, and then I can go back in here. But no, now it's making me come back here every single time, and it's not even really worth it. At first I was like, okay, I'll just meticulously like kill every single one of them that's here, because they do give you these bombs that let you attract like one at a time, so they don't all automatically like rush on you, but they respawn after a while. So it's like, what's the freaking point? This is really, really bad. I don't like the getting frozen would already be punishing enough, but the infection stacking on top of that this is the first thing that has been just flat out bad with this quest. And I'm really liking the lore here and the vibes and stuff, and like the idea is nice. I wish they had made it so you could stealth a lot more, but like the fact that they don't stay dead is just like it's really, really bad. I don't know how that got through QA, I guess is the right term for that. It just sucks. So it looks like I did finally get it. Thank God. It only took 3 freaking tries. All right, I've calmed down a little bit. We've got Vordorvis coming up. Shouldn't be too terrible. The axes might get me, but I'm hoping that the non-quest version will be easy enough, or the quest version will be much easier than the boss version, and we'll just be able to take him out, no problemo. Oh, my cat is your bad time, Hoshi, but I'm gonna go for it anyway because I'm stupid. Would not recommend letting your cat walk in front of your computer screen when you're trying to do this. Alright, get ready for round 2 against Vardorvis, and I was thinking, I got pretty mad at that section. I think there are 2 things they could do to improve that, or they could have done. I don't really know why you'd change it at this point. But I think if they couldn't freeze you and nothing else changed, I think that would be good. But if you want to keep the freezing mechanic, which I kind of like, it fits the themes of ancient magics for freezing, even though it's more kind of tentacles grabbing you, and then kind of getting swarmed by zombies. Then I wish, like, what happens is once you get all the ingredients, you go back and make a potion, and then you become completely immune to the infection thing where you like plank and die. So as long as you have food, even if you get frozen a bunch, you can make it past. I wish maybe like each ingredient you just consumed immediately, and that gave you like a little bit more immunity, upwards to fuel immunity. I think that would kind of lessen the impact from the not having it. But I don't know. That's just me. I think it wasn't that bad. I'm over it now. And then the run back to this boss isn't that bad. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Oh, for the love of God, just kill him, please. Oh, thank Christ. Okay. I definitely should have just, like, been smart and gotten the plugin that, like, highlights the axes. That would make it so much easier to, like, see where they are. But I wanted to try it all without any plugins for all of them, just to see how it goes. So I do know we actually have a little mini boss fight before we can get them down. And you have to go fight the guy you've been working with the whole time. But I don't think it's that terrible. Alright, random thing. I guess spoiler if you care about like the actual stuff that happens in this quest, but I really, really liked the interaction with this character. I didn't love him before. He was kind of just general, like, I have a problem. But essentially he got bit by a zombie, but he already had some other disease he was trying to cure, and he thinks he found a way to do it with what we just got by beating Vardorvis. But then your character is like, I don't know if we can let you go back to Karen and potentially spread it, and your character like kind of starts a fight with him to like kill him basically and stop him from going to Karen. And I just feel like our character is never like that. It was like very like cold, but like like the right choice, but like very cold. And I feel like our character has not ever really been cold. Feel free to correct me if there's any quest you guys can remember, but this is the first time I remember a character kind of just like doing like the hard, difficult but right choice. I don't know. It's very interesting. I like it a lot. Alright, well, PSA for any Ultimate Ironmans, even though right when you get this item that lets you go to the Shadow Realm in the under Ice Mountain area for the Whisperer quest, even though it says you can use it at any time to leave, you cannot, and you quickly start taking damage once you get maximum insanity. It has a similar meter like it does for the Vardorvis stuff, but instead you just die in like 5 seconds, and you can't. I don't know if you can teleport out because I tried to use this first. It didn't work. And then when I went to click teleport, I took 24 damage in one splat and died. So I think I only lost crystal shards, maybe the Varric's top, or the Carol's top, and then one other thing. I can't remember. Not something that wasn't super important. But yeah, just FYI for that, you very much can die. So that's fun. I feel very, very scammed for that. I definitely would have been a bit more careful. All right, had a little like day and a half break from trying this after that death. Got a little heated there. Think it was mostly my fault. I think I just hit the wrong option on this Blackstone fragment right now. So we're gonna go ahead and try it again. Although I'm gonna have to go feed my cat first because she is actively biting my hand right now. I will say I do hope this area gets, like, I don't want to say gets better, but I hope that was just a bad experience, because this is maybe the coolest looking area in like all of RuneScape. I wish I could have the draw distance like 2 times this, although I think it's pretty much just a wing down here, a wing down here, and then like I think you fight the Whisperer here in the middle eventually, but it's kind of just an empty space at the moment. But this is just a really, really cool area. All right, and I did figure out what I did wrong. So there's 2 options on the Blackstone fragment. There's activate, the default left click, and then there's recall. And so my mistake was that I thought activate would be used to get there and recall would be to get back. But actually it turns out you can just activate to get there, and then once you're already inside, you just hit activate to get back. What recall is recall your devices, which is this shadow blocker thing I got that you can put it down, and when you're here, you're immune from insanity damage when you're in, I think, just one tile radius around it. So, you know, you got like your 3x3 thing right here, not including the middle. So yeah, just totally on me. Got a little mad. I guess I should have experimented more with that before I was taking damage, but it didn't really make it clear you would take damage. Like I said before, like they had the thing with Vardorvis where when it filled up, you didn't die. You didn't even take any damage at all. So it was a little confusing, but not the end of the world. All right, time to get the Whisperer going here. Got my magic gear on. Haven't used magic in a while for any of these fights. I think it's our first time really using the Toxic Trident of the Swamp, whatever you want to call it. So I'm looking forward to it. I think this probably is going to be the boss I struggle with the most, but I'm just kind of hoping that the post or the pre-quest version will be easier than the normal ones, that I can kind of just like get through it. Got lots of special attacks and stuff like that you have to avoid, but I think I will be able to handle it. Fuck. Why did my prayer run out? Did I just like forget? That was so annoying. I swear I had like 20 and then at the last second I had like nothing. Okay, well it's not the worst. I think once I get a better hand on the, I was switching the wrong prayers for the first like 30% of that fight. So once I get a handle on that, it shouldn't be that bad, but that was a little annoying. Okay, there we go. Okay, second time is the charm. Just gotta, you know, slow down, calm down there a little bit, and that's all it takes. And 700 death runes is not bad as a reward. Good God. I just wanted to show off something. You need 2 attack styles to fight this mysterious figure at this point in the quest, and you could have fought them before at this point. Obviously I have the Bofa because that's very strong for range. I was trying with magic because I already had the trident, and it wasn't very effective because you need to like hit them, and I was splashing a lot with magic, but oh, hang on, I have to move for this one so I don't die. But I found out that if you just take your weapon off and just smack them, similar like to Gauntlet, you only have to hit them 3 times, and then I've only ever had to hit them 3 times like that. So you can do it kind of like you do with Gauntlet, and it's a lot easier than trying to sit here and splash a million times on magic. I'm not really sure why it works like that. Like weird spaghetti code stuff. I don't know, maybe it's just a lot easier to hit a 0 than it is to hit magic with a 0. I don't know, but if you're someone like me who wants to just use the Bofa, that is a very, very easy way to do it. So there we go. And then now all that's left in this quest is we have a fight against like a gauntlet of 4 people. I think you have to fight them all in a row. I don't think any of them on their own are too difficult. I know one of them is a repeat of a fight we've already done. But it could still be a challenge. You are supposed to use, I think melee is usually recommended for most of them, and then range for the last one. I'm gonna just try and use the Bofa on all of them. I watched Slayer Music's guide, and he said you could do that. He didn't, but he also didn't have Crystal Bofa, so I'm gonna hope that is enough for me. Alright, and I think that was the final fight. Did it my first try. I didn't want to do too many spoilers, if anyone cares. I know it's been out for a while. But I'm pretty sure that is the end. I will check back in after we finish these last cutscenes. And there it is. Desert Treasure 2, The Fallen Empire is done. 5 quest points, the Ring of Shadows, which we'll go over, and then 3 lamps, ability to use ancient rings, and then ability to fight the 4 bosses that you get the stuff to make the rings from. So that was a really, really good quest. I definitely, like I said, some of that, parts of this, there were some ups, there were some downs. Really, really good overall. Good. All the fights were good. None of them were too crazy involved or too hard. I was really worried that ending would be a lot harder than it was, especially because I was using range for all of it, and I think the first 3 bosses are technically better to do melee, even though I actually felt like range was the weakest on the 4th boss. Maybe she just had more HP than the rest of them. But anyway, besides that, the quest itself, really, really great. I was reading everything, even like reading more lore than you had to, and I really, really enjoyed it. I liked that every little of the 4 areas you had to go to for the bosses had their own like story within the active story. They had like their own history that you could like go and discover yourself. It was all really interesting. I definitely think the strongest was the Leviathan area, which I did first, which I kind of regret doing that. And the weakest was, the either Vardorvis or the Whisperer. I don't know which one I disliked more. I think the Whisper was initially much cooler, but then I think it overstayed its welcome, and there was there wasn't enough evolution on the gimmick of like going in the Shadow World and upgrading things. It didn't. I was waiting for one more jump in, like, okay, now you had one new tech or some bigger, like, it wasn't really any puzzles. It was kind of just like trial and error of like, oh, I have this key, now I can open this door, which gives me a key, which should open this other door, then you have to burn these. It wasn't very interesting. And Vardorvis, I think, with just a few tweaks to the infection mechanic, could be a lot better. But overall, I really, really liked it. I also think, like, if you want to skip through dialogue, I don't think it's actually that long of a quest. I was worried it would take much, much longer. He says that as it took him like over a week to finish this in real time. But if I had sat down in one good session and I was skipping dialogue, I think I could have knocked this out in 1, maybe 2 days to leave like the final fight or two. But it was not bad at all. I only died once during the Whisperer, which was completely avoidable. Just make sure if you're a UIM or you don't want to die in general, make sure you test the mechanic yourself with the Shadow Realm to get familiar with how you can go in and out. You never have to risk anything. You can always one-click the Blackstone and get out. But anyway, let's get into these rewards. First of all, the lamps give you 100k XP in any combat stat, including the one stat that people actually ever want to put XP in, prayer. So we get 300k prayer XP, which is going to get us a level. There's 86 prayer, and then we get 200k more after that. I love that it's very fitting that I think for this big quest you get to put points in prayer, because that's all anyone ever wants to do, and we will obviously take that. And then we also got the Ring of Shadows, which gives a little bit of magic bonus. Let me take this off so we can see what it gives. So it's like 5 magic defense. Also 5 magic attack and a couple other random attack bonuses. So I think for us right now, if we don't care about defense, that's our best in slot for magic. Not that we're going to be using magic too often. But yeah, don't get any magic damage, but just a little magic accuracy and defense is nice. And it also acts as a ring of visibility, I'm pretty sure, which I'm curious if you can put this in the stash unit for the rune crossbow. Not that we would use that. I feel like because we'd have to have the rune crossbow and the I think there's like a miter that's in there as well, and I think that would be a little too much to keep one inventory space in there. Well, there's some lore stuff down here that I think I might want to look at after this. But I'm pretty sure if we lose one, there's a guy up here we can. Oh, I thought that must have just been for League, because I thought there was a guy up here you could talk to and get one. But I'm sure you could probably just like buy it from Purdue or something. But yeah, very good quest overall. Just like the writing was very good. I'm excited. It was a cliffhanger. It didn't finish the Majorat storyline. Although I think if you're an RS3 player, you know kind of where it's going. Although I'm pretty sure I've heard they want to take things. They don't want to just copy and paste the storyline. They want to change it up. Not that I'm super like I didn't recognize 1 or 2 of the characters that showed up at the end. I don't know if that was just me forgetting or if it was they haven't really been in old school as an appearance. But very, very fun. Really looking forward to what comes next. Hey, and there's Defender Varrock done. Decided to just get on a little questing spree here. We're at 300 quest points now, too. I think we unlocked a new Slayer block list with that. So that's pretty cool. And that also, this Defender of Varrock, I think this was also an RS3. I don't remember it, so it might have been after my time or after I was interested in doing quests. But it's connected to Majorat stuff, so that was pretty cool. It's thematically fits with Desert Hunter 2. So all we have left is Path of Glorfrey and then Children of the Sun, which I think I might try and start Path of Glorfrey and finish that right now. And then I was also gonna do Children of the Sun, which is kind of like the preamble, like lead in to Varlamore, which I thought was coming out next week. It actually is coming out tomorrow, I think, as of when I'm recording this. So I might just start the next video with that, and we'll go right into Varlamore, do some exploring, maybe do some questing. I don't know, just kind of take a look at the new content. I'm surprised it's so soon. They haven't they obviously we know all like the rewards and what's going to happen and whatnot, but they've been pretty tight-lipped about showing images and stuff. Although they did just release pictures of like the boots, the Coliseum rewards, which I think the sun armor looks pretty good. I love the goofy helmet. I like the quiver. It is a little small. Everyone's always like, make sure it matches with max gear, make sure it matches with the freaking, not Avos, what is the stupid, with Missouri, which like, who cares? Just, it looks cool. If it looks cool, just wear it. It's brown, it goes with everything, you know, it's a quiver. And there's Path of Glorfree, and we get lamps for all of these rewards. I think, did a poll pass recently where they said all future quests are just going to have the rewards be lamps? Which I like. If your accounts, you know, you can do quests and then not force yourself to like level up your pure or something like this. I, of course, am going to go ahead and use all of these. Not that the strength is going to help me, but Slayer is nice. And then Thieving and Magic. Hey, Slayer and Magic, we at least got something that we can use. But yeah, so now the only quest left is Children of the Sun, and then while Gothic sleeps, I think we have all of the requirements for now. So as soon as that releases, release year 2024, we can do that. I'm very excited for this. This one also had a little, he mentioned the Madra at the end there, which I think is kind of just leading into while Gothic sleeps. I'm really, really excited. Just doing all these quests this episode has gotten me quite in the mood for things to come. So I really looking forward to whenever we get that. And here we are at the end of a long episode, at least for me. Hopefully, I haven't started editing this yet, which maybe I should have, but that's what tomorrow is going to be. Got a nice long day to work on it, but that's the end. Lots of questing. I am so sorry. If you, like, I don't know, it's not like I'm like beholden to you guys. Like, it's not like, you know, I have like a deadline I gotta keep. I'm sorry to myself and also subsequently you guys, and just that I couldn't get more content out there. I just got so freaking distracted by other good stuff. Thankfully, it wasn't a burnout at all. It was literally just other games or like shows or something I was watching that just completely deleted my time and made me not even think about RuneScape. But I pushed through. We smashed out some quests here at the end. And all we have left now is Children of the Sun, which we're about to start next episode, because that's going to be Varlamore. But I also think there's going to be a couple other quests, you know, that's going to grow. But the next time you see me, this list will be bigger probably, because Varlamore is releasing in 19 minutes and 55 seconds. So, well, not releasing. We're going to have to wait for downtime and stuff, I'm sure. But Varlamore is coming out right now. I am super excited. I'm really curious to see how hard the Colosseum's going to be. That's what's going to have the new Best in Slot range cape upgrade. I haven't heard anything official. I've seen some people saying it's going to be like, it's scaled, so it starts off like mid-level should be able to do the first couple waves, but then by the end it'll be like harder, as hard or harder than Inferno. But like also it's only going to be like a 20 to 30 minute time commitment per run. That's what the dev said. So like, I don't know. And this is all just hearsay I'm hearing from other people. We'll see how it goes. I'm just looking forward to having a whole bunch of new content to explore. Have they added the map to the game yet? Or is that, I think it was still blacked out the last time I went to look. Where the heck is Korend? Oh yeah, still just a big land chunk that is missing, except for a little corner right here, but very soon that will be filled in. I can't wait. I hope you guys are excited as I am about Varlamore. It's super awesome. I'm getting some new content, just all around new things, and hopefully you will join me in the next episode as we take a look at it. But for now, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.